there. This is round two of the Peony painting that my students and I are working on. We meet once a week, so I'm just progressing this painting as I work with my students. The first thing that we wanted to establish in the first lane of colors and paint was not only to cover the canvas, but we want to establish the temperature and atmosphere effect of light. And this is a sunny day. The lighting is a bit backlit with maybe a little bit of top light on the flowers. And so now we've laid down these, what you might consider overstated colors to describe the light conditions. And now we're starting to go in to refine that, to bring it back to what's called local color. It's not going to be like a tonalist painting where we go straight for the local color, which is the green grass and the blue sky type of thing, but we want to have a slightly exaggerated temperature to show those differences and the warmth of the sun. So the tops of the flowers where the light is hitting, I really wanted to keep the saturation of color. So you have to look at what's around your subject or objects within your subject to really help define what colors, what value, what temperatures, and so on that it needs to be. So I chose to go back into where the sun is backlighting those flowers and kind of deepen the colors and also deepening the shadow on the flowers. In addition, I'm making sure that my distant land masses act as a bit of a contrast, you might say. And that happens naturally and will happen naturally as this develops because of the green being a complement to the red. So as this painting progresses and we get to the finish line, we start thinking about details. So at this stage, we're not being too fussy about the detail factors. We want to focus on getting those mass shapes, the right color, value, temperature, and saturation before we start fussing with details. Because if you have that wrong and you've put all kinds of detail in a painting, it's hard to fix it because one, you've put so much work into it, and two, it just becomes overpainted. So this is what we have so far. The tops of my flowers will then be highlighted so that it really adds to that contrast of light versus the background that's a distant, darker color. So with every step, you make adjustments. Something like this could be done in one sitting or even a couple paint sessions, but I'm taking this a little slower to work with my students on this.